So apparently we've been lied to all this while, because according to this TikToker,
Africans are not the oldest people.
who are then the oldest people on the planet?
My people, the Native Americans, are the oldest people on the planet.
Is he perhaps a scientist? No, not that we know of. Anthropologists, genealogists, what other gists do we have out there?
Archaeologist.
That has to do with knowing about this kind of origin scientific stuff.
Geneticist.
My people, the Native Americans, are the oldest people on the planet. Africans are not the oldest people. They are only 300,000 years old. They do not have any other hominid in them besides Homo sapiens.
That's actually not true. There's been this conversation going on in the science community, if I can call it that, about the ghost ancestor that Africans have. So there's this ghost ancestor that they've been talking about for a good while now. They are yet to identify what that ghost ancestor is, maybe what it looks like. Yes, we don't have Neanderthal, we don't have Denisovan, which he's going to go on to mention, but we have that ghost ancestor. So I just want to quickly mention that for educational purposes, for those of us who don't know.
The Homo sapien is the newest, youngest species of human. Native Americans have a mixture of Neanderthal, Denisovan, Homo sapien, and we have two ghost ancestors, a Y population and a ghost archaic population. My people are older than the Africans. That's why they call us First Nations.
No, I don't think that's true. Native Americans are not called First Nations because they were the first people on the planet. They are called First Nations because they were the first to occupy the landmass of Native America. They existed there first before the Europeans came in, so they were the first people there. I kind of low-key feel a certain way about making this kind of correction, because I don't know if this falls under the line of trying to tell a native person who they are or what they are or what their history is, because personally that's not something I like to do, tell people about who they are and what their cultures are and what their history is. I don't like to do that, but I think there is an exception here. When someone is saying something that is inaccurate or misquoting something, at least when we all know what like the real info is supposed to be or is, I think we should be able to correct it, especially as it relates to me personally as an African, seeing what the topic is, and maybe even sometimes as it relates to the rest of us, the population. Even though, yes, this is like him talking about his own people, at the end of the day, it's him spreading misinformation. So I think we should be able to call that out. This is one of those cases where exceptions should be made.
Everybody has Homo sapien DNA thanks to the Native Americans for leaving Africa. Native Americans would be the grandfathers of everybody. They call us indigenous because we're children of the earth.
Again, no. They call you guys indigenous because you guys are...
We're children of the earth.
What? Okay, so who is not...
Children of the earth.
The rest of us, like, where are we from? Mars? Venus, perhaps? What? Native Americans are not the only groups of people called indigenous people. There are indigenous people all across the globe. They call Native Americans indigenous because you guys are indigenous to Northern America. Same way Africans are called indigenous because we are indigenous to Africa. The Aboriginals in Australia are called indigenous as well because they are indigenous to Australia. The indigenous people of New Zealand are indigenous people. So like this argument, I really don't get where he's getting this idea from. Like, that's not how it works.
We left Africans in Africa, the Khoisan, right? And we migrated to the Middle East and started civilization there. Migrated to the Caucasus Mountains, dropped the albinos off there. Made it to Asia, left some Asians there, and we still made it to the Americas first. So Africans wouldn't be the ancestors of everybody. Natives would, because natives are the ones that left Africa and traveled the whole world and made it to the Americas first. Right?
That don't even make any sense, really, if you think about it. Logically speaking, how is he trying to position Native Americans as the
oldest people on the planet?
and the grandfather of everybody when the people who bettered them are still very much around. If you left Africa, the Khoisan, meaning you were not the first, you are a derivative of the Khoisan, going by his narration here. So I don't get what he's, except maybe I'm the slow one here. You guys will let me know down below in the comment section, but I really don't understand what's going on.
But we have a lot of admixture in our genes, a lot of ancient lineages that predate Homo sapiens. Africans are the youngest, actually.
Just a quick Google search would counter everything he's saying. Because remember the ghost DNA I mentioned earlier, the ones found in only Africans that scientists are still trying to understand. That ghost DNA is dated to be older than even the Neanderthals and the Denisovans. The ghost DNA in West Africans is from a lineage that diverged from other hominins older than the split that led to Neanderthals. This unknown archaic hominin lineage is estimated to have split from the ancestors of modern humans and Neanderthals between 360,000 and 1.02 million years ago, which was before the Neanderthals line split off. The ghost DNA found in some African populations is likely older than the Denisovan DNA because it comes from a more ancient unknown hominin group that split from human ancestors, blah, 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 blah. While the Denisovan split from the lineage leading to Neanderthals and modern humans around 800,000 years ago, the ghost, in quotes, species is estimated to have diverged between 360,000 and 1.2 million years ago. Inbreeding between this unknown group is thought to have happened within the last 100,000 years, leaving a genetic footprint in some modern West African populations. So going by the data that we have, the information we have today, he's still wrong, because if he wants to say that he thinks that they are
The oldest people on the planet.
because they are mixed with them other extinct species that are older, we have DNA that are older than those species. That still makes us the first. And yes, I did go to search for the estimated age of the ghost ancestor or ancestors of the Native Americans, comparing that with the estimated age of the ghost ancestor in Africans, and the answer came up the same, that yes, the ghost ancestor in Africans is older than the ghost ancestor or ancestors in the Native Americans. Yes, I did notice some disparities with the figures that are out there, and I'm guessing this is because these figures are estimates, and these estimates are from the different researchers that are out there. So there is not one fixed figure. This is the fixed estimated figure for this, right? But one thing is for sure, regardless of whatever the figures say across the different sources, they always say yes, that the ghost ancestor in the Africans are older than the ghost ancestor in the Native Americans.
And you can tell by their phenotype because they came after the Ice Age. If you don't have straight hair or Asiatic eyes, you come from a bloodline that began in a warmer climate after the Ice Age.
But there are Africans who have what he called Asiatic eyes, eyes with epicantic fold. We have them in South Africa, or Southern Africa rather. We even have West Africans that have epicantic fold.
I'm actually going to take off my eye. Ouch. But yeah. Asian fishing where? See, my eyes look the same. Do you feel embarrassed now?
Are you Korean?
Korean? I'm not Korean.
Are you Chinese?
Chinese? Don't you see my hat? I'm not Chinese.
Your hat, let me see. Are you Vietnamese?
I'm not Vietnam. I'm not from Vietnam.
How about Tibet?
Tibet. I would like to travel to Tibet, but I'm not from Tibet.
So where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria, from Igbo tribe in Nigeria, one of the most interesting tribes in the world.
Yes.
God bless people of Nigeria. Igbos.
Igbo Amaka.
Igbo Amaka, Igbo Kwenu.
Hey, Igbo Kwenu.
And they're Africans with straight hair as well. So the point he's trying to make is not even landing, because what exactly is he saying? By his logic, Africans with these features, epicanthic fold and straight hair, cannot be from Africa, are not Africans. And that don't make any sense. Funny enough, he mentioned the Khoisan people earlier, which, by the way, that's not even an appropriate term to refer to them by earlier. I just used that term so there will not be any confusion in this conversation, because that's the term he was using, right? They don't call themselves Khoisan, and I think it would be more appropriate if we refer to them by the name that they call themselves, right? The term Khoisan was coined by one of them colonizers, Shoka. There are various terms that they refer to themselves by, though, like the San people, the Nama people. So just putting that out there for those of us who don't know. Funny how earlier he mentioned them, talking about how they left from them or left them in Africa, and they have epicanthic fold, right? What he referred to as Asiatic eyes. And now he's basically contradicting himself here, saying that for you to have epicanthic fold, or going by what he said, Asiatic eyes, you have to have come from a bloodline that is not from a warm climate. Like, it's just crazy what is going on here. I don't know where he is getting his own information from. All I know is the evidence don't back up what he is saying. Or who knows, maybe I'm the one who's misunderstanding him, or I'm just too dumb to be able to pick up the gems that he's dropping. So you guys let me know down below in the comment section.
My people say we're living in the fourth world. The first was destroyed by fire, second by ice, right? And third by a flood. And we're living in the fourth world right now. We also say we're on the fourth or fifth sun, right? Native Americans are the indigenous people. We are the First Nations. We are the OGs. We are the blueprint. We're the oldest people on the planet.
Like, the entire video is just based on trust me, bro, because none of the information and the evidences that we have, evidences and information that were brought by professionals that have spent time doing the research, right, investigating these things, none of these informations and evidences that we have available presently backs what he is saying. As a matter of fact, they speak to the opposite of what he is saying. So I don't get exactly why he's doing this, but that's the, should I say, downside to the internet, because everybody have access to it and we can all come on here and make videos. We get situations like this where people basically come online and say whatever it is they want to say, right? And it can be a problem sometimes. It really can be a problem sometimes. This is why I tell people that you should go and research things for yourself. Don't take anybody's word for it. Hell, don't even take my word for it, because I can be wrong too. I'm human. At the end of the day, I too can make mistakes, right? And that's why it is good that we take the steps to make sure that we are, double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, if you will, right? Just to make sure that whatever it is that you are consuming is the right information. So you do want to take the majority of the things that you come by on the internet with a grain of salt, because even though these informations can be coming from someone who means well, from someone who did not mean to miseducate or pass misinformation, they still can make these kinds of mistake, right? These things can happen. So you want to be careful with what you are digesting, the information that you are digesting. Make sure that you are going to do your own research. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'm going to be leaving it here. Let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are. Thank you very much for watching. And of course, as always, I'll be catching you in the next one. Bye.